Hi, I'm Amy Shapiro, and welcome to the 45th anniversary of Natural Products Expo West. We are here on the floor today as part of the Soapbox interview series, and right now I'm here with Julie of Lifeway Foods. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, this is so great. So I know that you have been an integral part of Lifeway for a long time, going on 40 years.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about you and about, the brand.
Yeah. Well, it is our 40th anniversary, so we are
Amazing.
so proud to be one of the pioneering brands here at Expo West. I've been coming since I was a kid with my dad. When I was in college, I started coming here in roughly around like 95, 96. And we've come a long way from downstairs in the basement, a little tabletop booth, 10 by 10, to this amazing booth. It's really remarkable to be out here leading the way, not just in cultured food and functional food and the food as medicine movement, but overall, like gut health and the entire food industry. We've been such an integral part in leading the effort, and have really learned a lot and sustained a lot. And we have so many friends on the floor, and it's just so great to be part of this industry. We're so proud to be celebrating 40 years of
40
Lifeway.
years.
And yeah, I mean, I was 11 years old when my dad started Lifeway, and it was really rooted in this idea of bringing 2,000 to 4,000 year old ancient superfood, super healing food that was passed down generation to generation by my ancestors in the Slavic regions in the Caucasus Mountains. I was born in Kiev. We escaped. We were refugees of the former Soviet Union. And when I was 1 year old, we defected. We came to America, landed in Chicago with $116 in our pocket. And my dad really had a dream of bringing this unknown product that it was a staple in the Soviet Union and in the Slavic communities and the immigrant communities. But no one in America knew what it was. It did not exist in the U.S. And he couldn't believe it because his grandparents, his ancestors, they knew the healing benefits of kefir intuitively in their gut.
Of course.
They felt the healing powers of it and the benefits of it, and they passed that down generation to generation through word of mouth. And it's only now that science has caught up to that. But I was 11 years old the first time I tried kefir in our family basement when he made the very, very first batches of Lifeway kefir. And I've been there ever since, and I attended my very first trade show when I was 11 years old. I did my first in-store demo when I was 11 years old. So I really grew up in the industry, and unfortunately he had a sudden heart attack and passed away 23 years ago in 2002, and I became the CEO at the age of 27, and I've been running it ever since and leading it, and we're so proud to be here. It was about a $12 million company back in 2002 when I took over. And today we're, trending 220 million plus and growing.
That story is amazing. It resonates with me a little bit. My dad is in the industry as well, and I've been coming to Expo since I'm like 6. But I didn't take over any brands in Powerhouse like you do.
Well, we're all doing something.
But it's cool to watch it grow.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And so tell me, what do you think has made Lifeway's Foods, but besides the amazing story and the passion, be so successful over the last 40 years?
Yeah, I mean, we have an amazing team, and our culture, no pun intended, we have the best culture. Some of the team members have been with us from day one, and it's really cool to see. It's a really special company, and we're just so in sync. Everyone is so here for each other, for the industry. I mean, we've managed through so many crises, global meltdowns, global pandemics, supply chain shortages, multiple things as one does, but we really persevere, and we're really resilient, and we're really epitomize the American dream, and we're so proud of that. So I think the culture, the food as medicine movement, we've really been leading that effort for so long. My dad really believed that every person in the world should have the ability to drink Lifeway kefir. He knew how special it was, how healing it was, and only now science is really recognizing that. The word of mouth, where before my ancestors sat around by a fire in a village and shared stories, and these are our ancestors' recipes, but today with social media, that story resonates like fire, and it spreads like fire. And so we're the global brand now. We're the #1 brand in Mexico, obviously the #1 brand in America. We're in UAE, Dubai, we're in Europe, we're South Africa, South America. I mean, we're really making a name for ourselves globally, and it's so exciting to hear that people really want to be empowered and recognize that how we eat makes a big difference in our health, our lifestyle, and how we feel. So, I think those are some of the things that have really helped catapult us. And our products are delicious. They taste good. They're so helpful in all different parts of life, whether, we say cradle to grave, whether you're trying to nourish a new baby, yourself, your athletic endeavors, health issues, just general day-to-day nutrition. We have something for everyone. If you're on medications, there's something there for everyone that can all be used to empower yourself and really feel better in the body.
And even pets.
And even pets, yes. We just launched a brand new collab with Open Farms. For so long, we've been feeding our pets a little bit of kefir every day, and pet nutritionists are really starting to learn about the benefits of probiotics for animals, for dogs and cats, all different animals. And so we really are excited to partner up with Open Farms, who makes really great kibble. We curated and formulated a very special probiotic just for four-legged furry friends who are like our little babies. So, we're so happy to be seeing that we are taking the step in a really remarkable collaboration. Unexpected, but in some ways expected, because we've really invested in the pet community for so long.
And the full family, right? Pets are family.
That's
so
right.
That's amazing.
They're our babies.
So, just like you said, we're seeing a resurgence of dairy in the CPG space, right? Milk has protein. The fermented foods are good for our gut. So how do you see Lifeway, besides being the pioneer, continue to spread this, current trend, but old story?
Well, the global probiotic industry, I don't think we've even scratched the surface. I think we're just starting to learn what we don't know. And it's really cool. I think technology is going to really help expedite that in a big way using AI. Not only are we using AI to learn more about the microbiome and the health research and all the things that are happening all over the world in this space and research around it, but our consumers are also using AI to optimize their eating, to help find the, different solutions. And we're constantly innovating and looking at what the market is doing. I test a lot of things out on myself. I just finished my 14th marathon in Tokyo.
Gosh.
I just ran the Tokyo Marathon a couple Sunday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it was my 6-star medal for the world majors. And, something that I incorporated in my running and my training this year was the use of creatine. And, more and more research is coming out. I always, in my mind, probably like so many consumers, thought it was mostly for men who are pumping real hardcore iron. But now we're learning that it's so beneficial for women and women under stress, women who are doing a lot, active, bone health, mental health, hormonal health. So
performance and recovery.
Absolutely, recovery. And so I was testing out this product on myself all year before we launched it.
That's amazing.
Working with creatine. And I am always looking for a hack. I'm really busy. I have 2 teenage daughters. I run a company. I have a lot going on, a lot of great hobbies. And, I don't want to wash a blender. And I was, spending so much time making this at home. And I just said, we need to make this for everybody, because creatine is just, I think it's very exciting to see. And people are saying it's revolutionary. It's the first dairy with creatine. So you're getting the protein, you're getting the creatine, you're getting the probiotics. It's lactose free. We are so excited about it. So, things like that really, it makes me excited to see, to keeping it relevant to today's modern consumer and keep showing up and meeting our consumer where they're at, what their needs are. And the same goes for some of the other products. Like we just launched the kefir butter. This is really exciting. I wrote the kefir cookbook to help people understand how to be, use kefir, show how versatile it is. And the very first recipes are butter. And it's one of the best ways to use kefir. You can make it at home, but it's so time consuming. Again, how can we make a recipe hack? And so we launched a kefir butter. It's a cultured butter. It comes in 3 flavors. We're so excited for it. I think it's really exciting to see butter is really having a moment. And I think that's because the food pyramid is the new food pyramid. We're really recognizing real fats, real dairy, real food as nutrition. And I think it's a great welcome departure from the 80s and 90s that, at least I grew up in. And, it was all about deprivation, what you're taking out of the food. And over the years, all of the nutrition's been taken out, and it's just really great to see like the government validating what we've long known, that kefir is good, that fermented foods are important, that gut health is important, and really having it prioritized. And the trickle effect on that is I mean, we haven't even scratched the surface on the opportunities and for our consumers to feel good in their bodies again.
Yeah. And I love about like a butter that you can use every day. To feel the benefits of anything, you really need consistency, and it makes it so easy to have it incorporated into your day, which is great.
You know, I went to Tokyo in the marathon, and they are eating pancakes with full sticks of butter, and it's delicious. And you know,
what's not delicious about that?
I know. And like, we had this perception that fat is bad, that fat makes you fat. So that's just absolutely not true. And it's just so great to see, you know, this kind of pendulum swing back. That's also why we launched a whole milk line. We're so excited. You know, for 40 years, we've really prioritized non-fat and low-fat products. But again, with the government validating the fact that like healthy fats in dairy, real fats and whole milk, premium dairy is really good for us. It's really important.
And helps to absorb all the fat-soluble vitamins.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're so excited at these as great opportunities, you know, for kids, for adults, no matter where you are in your life. Like, we're really proud of that. Yeah. Microbiome is really impressive.
Oh, wow. And we're only going to learn more, which is incredible.
Skin health, bone health, mental health. You know, I started off my career really as in the mental health field and psychology. And it's so exciting to see this understanding that the gut is a second brain, and that, you know, it's connected to our mental health. And, you know, when we can actually manipulate and make our mental health feel better, even a little bit, even 20%, even a few percentage points is all the difference in the world. So if you can improve your stress, depression, anxiety through the consumption of, you know, kefir and just overall healthy lifestyle, it's a game changer.
It truly is. So with two big anniversaries colliding, your 40th and Expo West's 45th, what do you hope to see in the next 5 years on the floor? Because we know you'll be back here again.
Absolutely. Well, more amazing dairy, more women in the space.
Yeah.
I love seeing all the startup, you know, companies. There's such a great entrepreneurial spirit here. But yeah, I hope to see like more people, more young brands being nurtured and seeded here. That's how we started, and it's really great to welcome so many new people to the show floor.
Yeah.
I just love seeing women in the space. You know, there weren't as many women when I was starting out, and it's really great to see like we are really the leaders in food and health and wellness in our communities. And you know, it's great to see like us solving our needs for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and that's how so many great innovations happen.
Yeah. Well, this is wonderful.
Thank you.
So lots of good luck. Enjoy the rest of your show, and thanks for talking with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.